Disclaimer, my videos usually include mild swearing, and this video in particular will talk about explicit topics, so trigger warning to anything, I guess. You have been warned. I'm gonna spoil who the mastermind is in 3, 2, 1. Tsumugi Shirogane lied. I know, shocker, right? But I'm not talking about the obvious lies, you know. Her being the mastermind and framing Kaede, the goofy stuff. I'm talking about when she said that it was all fiction, and when she claimed that the students chose to be a part of the killing game. Let's begin. The first thing that makes it all confusing is the fact that she got cospox from wearing Kaede's clothes. Which, by the way, cospox is already utter bullshit. Yet, she claimed the entire cast of V3 was fictional. So, there's our first indicator that she was lying. And I think the only reason she was able to cosplay the first 2 games was because they were real events that were turned into games in anime. Kinda like if she cosplayed John Lawrence from the musical Hamilton. He was a real person, but he still became a fictional character, if you know what I mean. I think Tsumugi would have been able to cosplay the V3 cast if it was a consensual scripted show, but instead it is a non-consensual live show. Oh yeah, I also think her saying that she scripted the entire show is complete and utter bullshit. I don't think that's possible. To know every itty bitty thing that someone's gonna say, yeah, no, that's not possible. And I know you're thinking, but Boone, they did consent. Don't you remember when? Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. But first I need to talk about the second thing that makes it all confusing. It is the human psychology of it all. The fact that Mukuro had to literally rewire Chisa's brain to get her to change her ideology is really telling. But there's a slight difference between Chisa's brainwashing and the 77th class students' brainwashing. See, when the students saw the Despair video, they were still able to do their talents afterward. Fuyuhiko was a Yakuza, Pekka was a swordswoman, Mahiro was a photographer, and so on. The only difference being that they did their talents for despair instead of hope. But Chisa, who is the ultimate housewife, couldn't even do her talent anymore. We see her cleaning, but only when she's in front of people and has to pretend. Not to mention, she's not even cleaning properly. She just has a single rag, and she's just mindlessly wiping the same spot, not even using spray or proper tools. So, to me, it seems like the lobotomy got rid of her talent entirely. She lost her core. Get ready for that word to be said a lot throughout this video. Which brings me to my next point. I do not believe that the V3 students consensually joined the killing game. Why? Simply because Shuichi said that he just could not believe it. Now, I'm going to use an example to explain myself. You know how being gay isn't a choice, and if it was, then 100% of gay people would definitely not choose to be because who on earth would want to be discriminated? I do have a point, just bear with me. Well, it's the same with the V3 students. You can take queer people to as many conversion camps as you like. You can take away their memory of having a queer partner. But no matter what you do, you cannot take that core part of their being out of them. He's still going to be attracted to boys, even if you erase his memory of dating a guy. And if you still don't understand where I'm getting at, think of it this way. Has anyone ever told you, hey, remember when you did this thing? And you say, no, I don't remember that, but that sounds like something I would do. And that's where I'm getting at. Just the simple fact that Maki, Himiko, and Shuichi just absolutely could not fathom that they would ever join a killing game just proves that it is not part of their core. And I don't think any memory manipulator tool can change a person's core person and beliefs. Unless you stick needles in their brain. Then that's a whole nother story. Because, you're going straight to the source. Now, on to the third thing that makes it all confusing. I do not believe that you can put fake trauma into a human being. Sure, maybe fake memories, but fake trauma? Now you're just pushing it. A body has to actually go through something for it to react. It's the reason why people who can't recall a traumatic event get PTSD from something. For example, There's this woman who thought it was her first time doing the dirty in the sheets, but when he started putting it in, her body reacted and freaked out, and she got flashes of a man from her very young childhood that she had suppressed. Every time her and her husband would try again, she would just start crying and she had no idea why. But she didn't remember it because she was too young and blocked it out. You can have a reaction without the memory of it, but you cannot have a memory of it without a reaction. My point is that all the characters still had their PTSD reactions to their supposed fake past trauma. Your body cannot fake that. It had to have actually gone through it for it to react that way. Which is why I think that Tsumugi lied about the V3 cast not actually being ultimates and their past being fake. I think that they are ultimates and their pasts are real. Another example would be this one TikTok video of a father who had amnesia. He was talking to his daughter and he told her that it was weird that her, a stranger, was calling him dad. But he said that for some reason he felt that he could trust her and he felt safe around her. He felt some sort of connection to her even though he doesn't remember who she is. That is the core. He's still in there. So, to summarize, Tsumugi lied about the whole thing being fiction because she got the cospox from Kaede's clothes, indicating that Kaede is real. They never consented to the game because it doesn't match with their core values, and fake memories cannot create PTSD, only real memories can, indicating that the characters are indeed ultimates with real pasts. So, yeah. Am I just making shit up so that I can cope with the ending to V3? Maybe, because we all know it was a letdown, and I know that that was the creator's intention for it to be disappointing, but the characters not being ultimates and their backstories not being real, it makes me just not care about the characters. And so I just want to look at me about to say the word. I just want to hope that they are real, the memories are real, or not like real, but real in the game, Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Happy New Year, happy 2024, yay! Toodaloodles. Forgot to mention the fact that Kyoko, even though her memories were taken away from her, she was also still a detective. And so, yeah, that just further proves my point. Yes,